Have you ever wondered how to win an audience, no matter the size, no matter the type of audience, no matter the location or destination? Alright, today I'm going to be teaching you practical ways on how to win any audience. Let's go. Okay, welcome, and we're going to quickly be talking about my first point, which is make the topic, section or lecture about the audience. I mean, make it very relatable. A practical example is that if I have an audience of pupils, younger children below age 15 years that I'm having a conversation with or delivering a speech to, I could get them into doing activities that make them to participate actively. I could tell them to stand up on their feet and do some clapping stuff. But you see, when it comes to adults, I necessarily may not be able to tell them, depending on the context of that panelist section or conversation or discussion or whatsoever. But I could tell them to do things like clapping of hands, appreciating themselves, speaking to someone by their side, welcoming someone, or telling them to smile. So you see, you need to make it about your audience. That conversation needs to be about your audience. Yes, you may be coming to deliver it, but you must make it relatable in such a way that they know that this person is interested in making them better, in imparting them and transforming their life. My second point would be to ask relatable questions. Yes, this time around it is relatable to my first point, but at the same time this has to do with asking questions. You know, when you move into an organization or a congregation where the speaker or panelist or whatsoever is asking you questions that make you think, make you get involved in the process and also involved, and you're thinking so much that you want to know who is going to get the answer. Yes, so if you're the person who will be serving as a speaker or as a panelist, engaging an audience, after making the point or the story about them, the next thing you want to do is to ask them questions. Ask them relatable questions. You could track them down memory lane to when they were much younger, or use a trend of what is happening currently if it relates to the topic you are speaking on, or something just around that. But most importantly, ensure to ask questions. My third point on how to win any kind of audience would be to use acronyms and ask them to reiterate what you're telling them. You know, we have different kind of teaching method, and sometimes you get to see some speakers who are like incredible teachers. They're like lecturers. They're just so practical. You can relate. They make you to understand things so easily. So even as a speaker or as a communicator delivering a speech or whatsoever, you want to have this kind of, drawback with your audience. You want to have this relatability. You want to be able to relate so easily. So what you do is that you can choose to use acronyms that are relatable or examples that are very practical, and then ask them to reiterate. So I remember one of the contests was that last week I had something I was explaining to a group of audience, and I used the word car. And practically like the car you drive, right? You ride cars. And I told them that there is an example, and that car stands for consistency, attention, and responsibility. And guess what? At the end of that event, people came and started asking me what is the meaning of car. And I was telling them, car means this means consistency, attention, and responsibility. And trust me, it is something that they would never forget. Additionally, you could choose to give gifts if it is a podium where you are on stage, you are allowed to use or do so. Please feel free to, do one or two. I remember one time some years ago, a speaker asked a question and said that he was going to throw his car key, and anyone who gets it will be getting 10,000 naira. The reason he did that was that he was going to draw the audience of the people. At the time, it was about the first speaker, and people were already losing interest in conversation. But doing that triggered a lot of people, hearing that they'll be getting a cash prize, and they got really excited, and that was how it captured that audience, even despite the fact that they were already tired and mesmerized by the whole section so far. So next time you want to win an audience, do all of these three things, okay? And now I have a bonus tip for you. Trust me, I want to tell you to always practice. No matter the way you want to do a speech delivery or whatever you've planned out there, please learn to practice. Even when you have the outline, if you watch my previous video, I spoke on having an outline and how that outline can help you in this place. You can't practice when you don't have an outline, when you don't have a list of what you are going to do in the right order. So please learn to practice your speech, and trust me, you do so well. You come back and thank me later. Thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my video to your friends, okay? Catch you soon.